Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Dandadan episode number 12 reaction. So I think this is the final episode as far as I know. The previous episode basically the new character Gigi who was introduced. Apparently he is Momo's childhood friend and also the character that Momo liked, previously. Obviously Okarun is in a dilemma now, but it's pretty damn obvious looking at the way Momo's interacting with him. None of that is really there anymore. But obviously Okarun is like thinking of a lot of things, doing mental gymnastics and everything, and he's just getting depressed and all, thinking about Momo and him and all that stuff. But Gigi has his own troubles, which is like now he believes in ghosts because the house that he is living in apparently has a ghost, and or like some kind of like a something over there, which is the reason why his parents are sick now, and he has started believing them, he has started seeing them as well, and or stuff like that happens. Then we get to see like an anatomical model starts rushing because it has Okarun's balls on it, and a whole chase scene happens. And then turns out this anatomical model apparently likes another anatomical model who was in a garbage dump. And yeah, it's like crazy things are happening while Okarun is getting impressed by the anatomical model because he's so confident, he's so free about his feelings. And Okarun loves that because he's trying to be the same. Like a lot of things have happened. Let's see what happens today. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. What the? Wait. Jeez. What? Yeah, where is it? Oh, I guess it went back. Yeah. Wow, is Seiko's place? Yeah, every night is this going to happen? Yeah, right. Oh yeah, we've decided to. That was anticlimactic. So that was an open. Okay. Scratch. Wicked. Yeah. Oh, damn. Okarun. Okarun is like. Oh boy. Oh no, Okarun's. Yep, he's getting influenced. Come on. Yeah, like that. You know what? At least he tried. He's trying to imitate him. I kind of, I guess. Oh yeah, the whole exorcism. Yeah. Oh yeah. What about Ida? Oh lord. Okay, what's happening here? Oh my. Right. This is the beginning of a horror movie. Oh, it's the anatomical model. I realized. He's going to see Hannah. Damn! Hey yo! Okay, we still don't have the explanation as to how he's able to move then, if that's not Okarum's balls. Okay. Hey yo, he got isekai! He can just fix himself. Can he not? He did it before. Damn. He, she still hasn't spoken, even once. Um, right. Well, he got into an accident, so. Oh, he's here. Is he here? No. I thought he somehow fixed himself and. Oh no, there you go. I just realized this is Gintoki's voice. Damn, the music! Oh, okay. Yeah, just don't get run over. Keep out. Gigi's room. What the hell is going on here? Oh, is this when he. Yeah, this thing. Okay. Oh my god, this music. This is Gigi's music, isn't it? Demented person. Whoa, that's a lot. Right. Mm. Get my nut. Right. Hey yo. Damn. It's concentration. Yeah. Well, right. Yeah. Oh, he's going to start talking about. Yep. Yokais and urban legends and stuff. What? Damn. Well, that failed. Initiative. Well, yeah, we saw that as well. Damn. Well, Okan really loves, Yumas and stuff, so he would love talking to this with anyone. Yep. Interesting. Well, oh my. Takakura Ken's, yeah. Okay, so we are. Alright, I was expecting, you know, I was expecting to going to Gigi's place in the next part or something, next part of the season. Hmm. What the? Wait, what's happening here? What are those? Wait. What are those guys? Okay, something is going on here. Damn. Well, you know what? Okam's getting his exercise. Oh my god. Right. Yeah. Well, Yoko's dying. Oh, there it is. There's his house. Ah! Okay, we have to go in at least, you know. Okay, let's go in first. You know, maybe we'll see something. Oh, okay. What is going on? And this is some. So the whole damn town is like something is happening. Well, well. So there's no aura here. Maybe no. It's yeah, hiding. Yeah, because they're outside. I think. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Oh no. No, no. I don't. Yeah. Well, this right. This is not going to end well because the spirits are outside. I don't know if those are spirits. What are those? I'm not really sure. So. All right. Oh. It's gonna go down. Damn, the whole staircase. If it goes down from there. Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. That's funny because Okarun is like, okay. Ah, it did right properly this time. Oh. Plus. Hey, yo, calm down. Oh my god. Oh no. Um. Okay, he didn't say it. I thought he was going to. I thought he was going to say it. Okay, something's going to happen here. Oh Lord. Oh, here we go. Yeah. What are these? Are these aliens? No, they're probably ghosts because this time it's probably going to be ghosts. Yeah, something's happening. What? Wait. I. Oh. Hey, this is so weird. Oh, yeah, it's kind of hollow. How do you do that? Probably not. Hmm. Gators. What? Oh, these are like gators, like type of ghost. Something like that. All right. Oh, damn, that's like talismans or something. Oh my god. Right. Okay, I'm so confused here. It's going to end now. What's going on? Isn't this supposed to be the final episode or was that my mistake? Wait, what? This is episode 12, isn't it? I need to check. I need to recheck this. Hmm. Okay, is that it? Yeah, wait. Just a minute. I need to check this. What's going on? Isn't this supposed to be the final episode? Why did it end like that? What is going on here? Wait a minute. Okay, first and foremost, like obviously I can understand, I'm sure it'll have a second part, but I've never seen an anime end this weirdly with a cliffhanger like this in its second part, for the second part. Like, this is supposed to be the final episode, isn't it? Yes, I think so. Like I said, usually we have at least for second part, we have some kind of a conclusion in the final episode, and then we continue with the second part. But this is as if it feels like, oh, like it's just going to continue in the next episode. But the thing is, there's no next episode. It's going to happen, but maybe like 3 or 6 months later. So I just like, let me check if there's been any. Okay. July 2025. That's where part 2 is going to come. I'm guessing. That's what it's written here. Okay, this has been one of the most weirdest, like, I don't know, like, way to end a part. Again, like I said, yeah, we've gotten 2-part animes before, but never ever have I seen anything happen like this before, where we end it in such a weird way, where it seems as if like, oh, next week is just going to continue, but there's no next week. It's going to happen in July. I I don't know what to feel about this. Like, really, like ending it like this in such a way, like now we'll have to wait this long. Like, at least, like, if they ended it in the like, I don't know, like previous episode maybe, then I feel like that still would have been kind of okay. This, however, what the hell? Like, I I am not happy about this. Like, really, come on. Like, why? Like, ending it in such a weird situation. Now I have to freaking wait for July or something for. Nah, man. Whoever made this decision, I don't like it. I definitely don't like it. Like I said, they could have ended in the previous episode. This episode, after what we saw in the end, what was going on with Momo being in such a crazy situation and this whole like thing. Nah, man. Like I said, whoever made this decision to end it here, I have a bone to pick with that person. This is ridiculous. I'm not happy about that at all. The whole anime, everything was perfect. Like 10 out of 10. Like animation, story, everything. But the sole decision of ending it in such a situation, this I cannot, I'm not happy about. The only, I guess you could say, criticism I would have about this anime is ending it here. They could have at least made another episode, episode 13. Or maybe they could have ended in episode 11 and then continued. That would have been so much better. No, nope, I'm not happy about this at all. This is such a weird way to end. And also the fact that we'll have to wait for so many days now, so many months. Like ReZero also like stopped for like a hiatus, and we're gonna get it again in February. Like the way ReZero stopped, it was okay. That's how you're supposed to stop in the middle. Not like this. Like, what the hell, man? Like, in such a situation, what type of a like unnecessary cliffhanger was that? Okay, I don't know, man. Anyways, okay. Good lord. You know what? Yeah, nothing we can do about it. I guess we'll have to wait. for, yeah, whenever this resumes again, which I think is July. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure if it's July, but like, in Twitter, I can see like someone has posted that it's going to continue in July 2025. That's why I'm saying I'm not 100% sure, because it's not the official, like, I read from someone else now that I'm looking at it. So I'm not 100% sure if it is July 2025, but it's going to be something like that, I guess. Which means like 2 seasons later, like first we have winter, like, which is going to extend up until March, like January, February, March, then April, May, June, then July. So we'll get 2 sets of animes before Dandadan resumes again. Okay, right, and there you go. Oh, they could have just made it 24 episodes. I don't know why they did this. Like, come on. I guess they need time to, properly animate it. Yeah, that's understandable. But like I said, come on. You could have ended it in the previous episode. It wouldn't end like this in such a weird manner. Like, yeah, what the hell, man? Or they could have just ended it when, like Momo and like, Okarun and they just reached here, reached Gigi's place, and they were like hanging around and everything, and that's it. That they could have ended that. But nope, they had to insert that weird ass scene in the hot springs, and then abruptly cut us off for so many months now, and then after that we'll be able to resume. Good God. Okay. Right. Anyways, enough about that. That was today's episode. Good episode up until the cliffhanger, I guess. But yeah, yeah, everything else was good. Like, let's wait and see what happens. Um, I guess, like, because yeah, we will have to wait now. There's no other choice. Unless and until the second season, or second part, I would say, would resume. So today's episode, a few things happen. First and foremost, we kind of get the conclusion to the whole anatomical model situation. So basically, Hana will be staying with Seiko, and Taro, I think that was the name of the male anatomical model. He's going to come and meet her every night, I guess. Like what I was trying to say here is, like, it seems like Seiko's place is becoming like a, I don't know, like a place for like anomalies. Like, we have Turbo Granny living here. Now we have Hana over here. And I don't know, maybe in the future, some other, like, yokai or aliens who we get to meet are going to stay here. Because that's what it seems like is happening. Okay. Also, yeah, it wasn't Okarun's walls. Now, I don't know why they gave us no explanation about, maybe they'll explain it later, about how was the anatomical model moving then. Did they explain it today? Did I just miss it? Let me know, because I don't think they explained it today. Or was I just, did I just completely miss that? Like, my question is that how is it moving if it's not the balls? As they explained, it was a Christmas, like thing. Not only that, another big question is, how is Hana even talking? Like, what's going on? What's going on with that then? Like, maybe Taro somehow gained sentience. I don't know. Again, there's a big question behind it. Why did he gain sentience? But then the bigger question is, how did Hana gain sentience? How is she talking? These are the two questions that I have. That maybe we'll get an answer to later. I don't know. Something. Either way, that is that. And yeah, the first section was basically them resolving that situation. And then we have the whole going to Gigi's place, that whole thing, where we are on our way and we reach Gigi's place, and then we had the whole Okarun freaking out about Gigi, and Gigi just being himself, I guess, just doing weird stuff and all that. Right. And then they have like this friendly like soccer, like, pass. They were like passing around the ball. Then Okarun and Gigi start talking about Momo and all that, and you can see like Momo was like, "Oh, I better give them space because this is the first time Momo, not Momo, sorry, Okarun has had a male friend who he can talk about, these things, and I don't want to intrude on it. Also, I'm sure she just wanted to go and check out the hot springs. But yeah, so there you go. That is the situation. Um, you know what? Okay, now to talk about the main thing in the end. That all those things were good. Like we had the whole Gigi, like like talking to Okarun about Momo, and Okarun being like, "Oh, I respect her," and he's like, "Okay, like then I like her face and her something she said. I don't remember what." And then Okarun's like, "Oh, and that as well, and that plus that." And then they start like like talking, like like just goofing around and everything. And that is when they realize that, oh, something's weird about the house. That whole section. Now, all that aside, we have the whole Momo thing with the in the hot springs, and then we have these. Again, I'm pretty sure those are like some kind of like not aliens. Those are probably ghosts or some kind of like spiritual beings. Some kind of a like evil spirit, like something like that. That's going on over there. Like, and then that whole thing with them, those guys like getting in the hot spring, and obviously them just like making Momo uncomfortable. Like, this has happened before as well, and I have felt this. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like the author has seen a lot of weird stuff. And by weird stuff, like I don't know, I don't think I can bring that up here because YouTube will probably just block this video, demonetize this video if I even bring it up. But I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, and because in the very first episode as well, with the whole Serpoyan situation, them like acting that weird with Momo, that section, this part, these, especially these scenarios, I feel like this author has some influence with that, and that like that kind of comes out sometimes in the because like these are scenarios I've seen in certain stuff. Again, I'm not going to bring it up because YouTube, yeah. um these are the stuff that I've seen in certain stuff, and these scenarios especially, for example, this one is, well, whole like them acting weirdly and everything, those guys, the first episode as well, like I said, the whole thing with the Serpoians and them, like I feel like the author kind of like stuff like that just like comes out in the story because that was really like really uncomfortable. Like, even though I'm sitting here and watching it, that was such an uncomfortable, like, and such a weird type of a situation. And I'm like, damn, I remember seeing stuff like this, but not in any anime, in certain other stuff. Like certain visual novels, certain, other things. So that's why I'm saying, like, like, the first time I felt that was like in the first episode, but I was like, oh, never mind. But now that we're seeing something like this again, I'm like, okay, you know what? The author definitely has some kind of a like, yeah, and he like puts these inside like in these like scenarios, which makes us very uncomfortable. Because I remember episode 1 made me very uncomfortable as well with that whole situation. But then everything was fine, and then up until now everything was like going completely okay. And then now again we have this scene with the whole hot spring situation. And it's like, and this is pissing me more off, is that the fact they decided to end it here, and now we'll have to wait for so long. That's why I'm saying they could have ended this at episode 11 and then continued it, so we wouldn't have to wait that long with just one episode, like 1 week. Next episode we'll get a conclusion to whatever's happening, or maybe like like extended this for one more episode, and at least let us get out of that situation with Ayase. That situation, at least if after we overcome it, then you could have ended it. Come on, man, this is so like making me uncomfortable. and also the fact that we won't be able to get through this in the next week because we'll have to wait now. We'll have to wait to see whatever's going to happen. And yeah, so that's the thing. I feel like a lot of people will probably, after this episode, will just probably go and read the manga because they'll be like, nope, I ain't waiting for so many months, just for this. But yeah, I won't, because I want to experience this fully from anime. And yeah, I guess I'll have to wait. Anyways, right. So there you go. That is the current situation. So let's wait and see what happens. Yeah, and there you go. Also, those guys, like they are definitely some kind of like evil spirit, I think. But I'm not 100% sure exactly what they are, because usually up until now we have got some hints as to what a certain thing is. For example, the Nessie. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, it's probably a Nessie, and then we had a few other things as well which we saw, and which we could kind of guess that, oh, this is this is that. These guys, I guess I can see them, like like being some kind of an evil ghost, but I'm not really sure exactly what they are. Like they were like acting like they were talking about gators, so I do wonder if they're linked with that or something. I don't know. Yeah, and also the fact, like I don't know what you call these, but there this is like there's like certain types of horror. Like you have the plain ghost like horror kind of situation where, like, oh, you go to a dark place and it's like very eerie, very weird, and then, like, like there's like a weird lady with like long hair and a white dress like following you or something. There's that type of horror. And then we have these type of surreal weird type of horror. Like, for example, these guys were pretty normal. If you look at them, they're pretty normal. They look like normal people. But then you look at their face, and you can see their face has such a weird type of an expression. Like they're all like smiling like this, and like awfully happy. And again, they're just smiling, but their smile is so creepy. Like, and this is like a certain type of horror. I don't know what you call this type of horror, but this type of horror always just makes you feel chill on your bone. Like it's just so uncomfortable, like this uncomfortable type of horror. Like it might not even be horror, but it's just so weird. Like I've seen these type of horror in other shows as well, and whichever other shows does these type of horrors is actually my favorite, because the horror is just so out of the box. It's just like, so, like, I guess you could say psychological horror, maybe like that kind of thing, kind of weird type of thing. um these type of weird characters with these weird faces, and you get like a weird type of a feeling looking at them. I got these type of feeling while reading visual novels like Higurashi, or like not really Higurashi, I guess you could say. Then you could say like yeah, Chaos Head. It's not really a horror. Chaos Head, Chaos Child, these ones, like, it has like a weird type of a vibe where you just feel uncomfortable with the situation. Like, it's just a weird type of a horror. Like, it's not even horror, but it just puts chill in your bones whenever you see these certain scenes and situations. And looking at these guys' faces, I was like, okay, yeah, these guys are making me uncomfortable. Like, just looking at their faces, I'm like, nope. The way they're smiling, like they're like, like this, like, oh, yeah. Anyways, they did well with the character design for those guys, I guess you could say. You know, they just look so simple, but they're just so weird looking at them. Right. Anyways, I guess we'll have to wait to see what type of creatures they are. We'll see. All right. There you go. And that was today's episode. Now, that was that. Let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, you can see Okarun and the others. They've come here to Seiko and ask her permission to let Hana stay here. Obviously, Seiko's like, what the hell, you know. But they're like, come on, like, you already have a like turbo granny living here. What harm will one more do? I love how Tribeca is like, don't love me with that. I at least eat food or something like that. She says, yeah, that thing doesn't even eat. Wow. Okay. And I just love how Gigi was like, like bothering Turbo Granny, and he was doing it for a while. That after that, Turbo Granny got pissed off and started scratching him. In the background, all of this was happening. Okay. Anyways, in the end, Seiko's like, you know what, fine, whatever. Okay, you can stay here. Um, yeah. Also, yeah, Okam's boss. What about that? So, as they say, it was just a Christmas ornament, basically. Now, I have no idea how the hell the Christmas ornament ended up being stuck over there in that particular portion of the anatomical model. Maybe some kids were playing some tricks or whatever, like making a joke or something with hanging those Christmas ornaments over there. I can see them, that kids doing that, like these type of weird humor. um but like I said, I still don't understand how was it able to move. Kind of like when animals make their butts glow when they're courting. Yeah. Okay, right. Anyways, okay, so yeah, they don't really talk about like what's going on with the, like how was it able to move then. Anyways, after that, Momo was like fixing the tables and everything, and you can see Gigi talking to Momo and Okarun being like not liking that, and Gigi was like taking out some lint from her hair, and Okarun is like thinking about Taro, the anatomical model, and thinking about what he said, where you gotta seize the moment or something like that. He said. Okarun as well grabs like something from her hair, and she's like, "Oh, that was a lint." Right. And then and you can see Okarun is trying to imitate Gigi a little bit, and then Gigi also starts doing the same thing, and like it just starts chaos. And then we have Seiko telling them about going to Gigi's place to deal with the situation. Obviously, Okan has no idea about it, but that's where Momo's like, yeah, we have to go there and take care of Gigi's house, the situation with his house. Yeah. And obviously, she was going to tell Okarun eventually, but yeah, now he knows, and there you go. That's that. And after that, we see there were a few kids and doing probably some kind of a test of courage or whatever in their school, and this is where they come across the anatomical model running. And now this is the funny part, is because I feel like a lot of people probably don't have an idea or a context about this whole situation. Like like as far as I know, this is like one of the urban legends, like which we have seen or heard. In, I guess, like Japan has this urban legend sometimes, and I've seen in other animes and other visual novels as well, is that a running anatomical model. Like there's been so many animes and so many visual novels where I've seen, which like deals with horror stuff, where they talk about this being one of the 10 mysteries of a school, is like a running anatomical model. Like at night when you go to school, there's like a noise and you see someone running, dashing through the hallways. Who is that? It's an anatomical model. And the story goes as if like this anatomical model is trying to hunt down whatever person, and to since they lack the organs or something, to kill that person and get that organs from them or something like that. Some kind of a like a story like this follows that. Like these are like the urban legends of certain schools, and certain schools have like these like seven wonders, seven mysteries, or like the 10 mysteries or something. And there are other like mysteries like that. For example, another most common one is like the automatic playing piano, you know and the 13th step. Like usually there are 12 stairs in the like the stairway, but sometimes there's like a 13th. So what is the 13th step? When you put your when you step on it, you're taken to a different dimension or something like this. And then we obviously have the most common one, which I'm pretty sure everyone knows, which is Sadako, the toilet, like the girl in the toilet, Sadako. I think that was, or was it yeah, Sadako, wasn't it? Yeah. um and there's so many of these urban legends. This is one of the urban legends, like, which is very common, that I've heard in so many other, like, shows and everything, which is a running anatomical model. So seeing an anatomical model run like this, it kind of matches with the urban legend, which is the running anatomical model. That's why, I guess, that's the whole thing over here, where now this is going to be like a whole rumor and like a thing where everyone will talk about this. So yeah, anyway, so that was like a little bit of context behind the whole anatomical model situation, because this this is like an actual ongoing legend in a lot of, like, like shows and everything. And I'm guessing in Japan in itself, this is like an actual, like, urban legend. So yeah, again, I'm not 100% sure. That's what I've understood, at least from a lot of the other stuff that I've seen. Okay, either way, that was that. So Taro was like rushing to go and meet Hana is outside with Momo waiting for Taro, but Taro gets almost isekai'd, but unfortunately he's an anatomical model, so he cannot get isekai'd. So yeah, he just stays there for a while, and I guess he just fixes himself up again, just like we saw before. In the previous episode, he fixed himself up automatically, but it took a while, so they had to wait for a long time. And Hana was still waiting up until the very end. Momo falls asleep, but then Taro comes in finally, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I'm late." And Hana's like, "Oh, I was waiting for you." And Momo gets up, and Momo's like, "You know what? Yeah, at least you guys are happy." So turns out Taro will be coming every single night from here onwards. That is going to be annoying. I feel like, like every single night, just making a ruckus. But either way, yeah, I guess I'm happy for them. Right. Anyways, after that, we see Gigi having some kind of a nightmare. So turns out, like, so I'm assuming Gigi doesn't sleep, or he cannot sleep properly every night, as he says here. From what he said, that's what it's hinting, that every night, whenever he goes to sleep, he has a dream of this weird type of monster that we saw. You know. Okay. So yeah. Uh, After that, we have Gigi, Momo, and Okarun going to in the train. They're on their way to Gigi's place, and you can see Gigi, as always. Gigi's like just jumping around and being excited about everything. And obviously, Okarun is being bothered by the whole Momo talking to Gigi, because Momo and Gigi kind of share a lot of things in common. They know about a lot of things about each other. Momo used to like him as well. All these things together. Also, the fact that they have common things to talk about, nostalgia and everything, which is bothering Okarun, because he doesn't have any of that. So he's trying to deviate his mind, and he's thinking about his balls. And he's thinking about his balls so much that when Momo kind of is like, "Okarun, what's going on?" he just screams out about his balls. Momo's like, "Damn, what the hell?" Okay, anyways, this is where Okan gets the idea to deviate the conversation towards something that Momo would like. So, yokai and stuff like that. So he starts talking about, like, yumas, like Tsuchinoko and all that. And but wait a minute. Oh, I guess, yeah, like, not really a yokai. Tsuchinoko is not really a yokai. Tsuchinoko is like a yume, which is like, which falls under, like, aliens and stuff, I guess you could say, like unidentified mysterious animals, yume. Um, so, like, it falls under, like, broadly under the spectrum of occult. So I guess you could put yokai and both aliens under occult in a way, I guess. So it's like a mixture, I think you could say. Anyways, so yeah, and this is where even Gigi, like, kind of joins in on this. They talk about, like, a Tsuchinoko shrine and all that, and Okarun realizes, "God damn it, I wasn't able to deviate the conversation. You know what? Need to grab the initiative." So he starts talking about a kappa and a mummified kappa and all that. This is where you can see Gigi also starts talking about it, and you can see Gigi's like really interested in it, like genuinely interested. So Okarun started talking about it to deviate the conversation, to talk to Momo, but he realized by the end of it, they realized that, oh, like, this guy actually likes the stuff that I'm talking about. like genuinely. And as we saw, as Momo tells it, like explains it later as well, that uh, obviously Okon hasn't had any type of friends to genuinely talk about these type of things, because we've seen him himself say that whenever he used to talk about this, he used to get like bullied and stuff, so he never used to talk about it to anyone. So having someone like genuinely share the same interest, he likes it. And I feel like this probably wouldn't be the same if this was the Gigi from before who used to make fun of Momo. After realizing that ghosts exist and stuff, I guess he probably did a research on it and kind of read up on them, like ghosts, yokais, and these type of occult stuff. And I guess he got interested in these, and I'm sure he, like, in some books he read about Tsuchinoko, Kappa, and all that, and that's why he knows about it. And he's fairly interested in them now. And that is why when Okarun, who shares the same interest, is talking about this to him, he is like, oh, like, damn. It's like, to make things simple, just imagine a scenario where you are someone who watches anime for a long time. You're like a very veteran anime watcher, but you used to get bullied and everything. Kids, like, used to bully you because you used to watch anime and stuff. And then we have this another dude who was also one of the bullies, but later on he also got started to watch anime. Now he likes anime as well, but you are obviously someone who has been loving anime for way too long, well, like a long time ago. So you start talking about anime to him, and he's like, oh, okay, this guy shares the same interest as me. So he also starts excitedly talking about. And then you realize, damn, this guy's not making fun of me. I can't talk about it. It's a situation like that, more simply, if you think about it, where like Okaran is obviously the veteran in this, and you could and you could probably say Gigi is more of like the newcomer in this, and his interest is like fresh. So when Okaran started talking about it, Gigi was like kind of got hooked in with that. And then Okan also felt nice talking about something that he has shared the same interest with, to have like a friend like that to talk about stuff like that. You know. So yeah. Anyways, that's that. But still in the end Okarun is like, yeah, like if this guy was like a bad person, I wouldn't have felt this bad. But he's genuinely good. So, that's why it's making me more conflicted. Like he cannot even hate him properly in that sense. Either way, they start going towards they reach the destination. They start going towards Gigi's house, and this is the part where you can see things take a weird turn, because we see these people here. Like, first and foremost, the whole place is empty. So wait a minute. So yeah, this place is like has a lot of onsen and stuff, as they said. And okay, where's that part? Yeah, first and foremost, the whole place is empty, and then we see this dude in the, I don't know what type of shop this is. What shop is this? This guy has a gun in his hand. I'm pretty sure that's a model gun. In no way is that a real gun, because obviously this is Japan. Like, you wouldn't see people like this roaming around in the middle of the street with a freaking rifle. Like I think this is like some kind of a target shooting place or something, because the signboard on top has like a target on it. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, these guys are alligators. It's pretty damn obvious. Like, just look at them. Their skin, like, it's like it has this grayish type of color. Not only that, the skin are like kind of wrinkly, like, the forehead and everything, which kind of looks like the wrinkly part of the alligator's, like, head, you could say. And they were talking about gators and stuff later on, if you remember, and they were like moving like an alligator under the water, that part as well. So I don't know what type of evil spirits these are, but they're somehow related to alligators, I'm guessing. And yeah, and you can see, yo, this part was so weird. Just like, I'm surprised at the fact that Okarun and none of them saw these guys. I guess they were probably peeking out from the, like, while they were hidden from them. They were probably going forward and they came out from the back and they were looking at them. So none of them were able to see them, notice them. So you can see this scene where all these people are just looking at them and smiling like this with the same damn expression. It's so weird. Like I said, this type of horror is actually one of my favorite horror. It's like, it's not really horror in that sense, but it just like gives you this weird sense and this weird type of uncomfortable feeling. It's more of like psychological horror or something, you could say. Like it just messes your head up and it makes you feel uncomfortable and weird about a situation. Normal horror is just jump scares and, like, feeling scared about stuff. You're not scared here, you just feel weird. That's what this is. It just makes you feel uncomfortable from the bottom of your, like a very own being. And this type of horror is so rare in shows and everything, but when a few of them has these, it just chills you from the bone. And you can see then they kind of look at the screen, like literally, like this is what I'm saying, like they make you feel uncomfortable. Like they're like looking at the screen. At first they were like looking at Okan and them, and they suddenly then look at the camera, like at us. They're looking at us with that, smiling face with their teeth out and the same expression. Everyone has the same expression. Anyways, and they started walking up the stairs, and you can see they're like, Gigi's house is like quite high up. So they start walking and they're like all tired. And then Gigi's like, can you feel it? Can you feel the aura or whatever? But Momo's like, no, like there's nothing. And you can see Okan realizes here someone was keeping an eye on them. As you can see, yeah, all these villagers or someone, they're all like looking at it. There's only one guy you can see here who has a different expression than the others, who was the guy from that store who we saw with the model gun. This guy, he's only not smiling. Every other, all of the others are just smiling with their teeth out. Right. Anyways, that is that. Now, my question, I'm assuming these guys, you know what? Let's just wait. Let's wait and see, because, like, what I'm thinking is, like, why did Momo not feel any type of aura from this place? Because it's pretty obvious there is something going on with this house. The fact that Momo didn't feel it, as she explains, that maybe they're like hidden or something, that we cannot feel it. Maybe they'll come out later. And I am thinking, like, maybe the reason why Momo didn't feel anything is because they're all outside. Now, my guess is all these people here, they're probably possessed. I think that's what's going on. Like, these are not like actual like ghosts or yokais. They're just normal people, like normal people who live here, them being possessed by something in this house. In this house, there was probably something which, after Gigi left, it went out and it started possessing all these people. Now this whole town is filled with these people all being possessed by that creature. That's what I think as that creature that Gigi sees in his dreams, that weird looking one, that one. At least that's my guess what's going on. We'll see. We'll get, I guess we'll have to wait. Anyway, so they're sitting down and everyone's like, oh, like they're like, Momo, there's nothing here. And Momo's like, nope, there's nothing. Okay, so obviously Gigi's like, but everyone said that, there has been an aura here. So Momo says, when spirit mediums came by, they said this place was bad news, right? This is my prediction, but maybe the ghosts are hiding right now. It was like this back with Turbo Granny. The spirit's power is weak. It's hard for me to notice them, so it's easy for them to go into hiding. In other words, there'll be a piece of cake. So as Momo says, like, either they're weak or their situation is like, current situation is where they cannot use their full extent of their power. And that's why Momo said we'll have to probably wait for nighttime, because that's when they're going to get active, and that's when I can feel them. So for now, everything is okay, And yeah, anyways, then Gigi brings her juice, and Momo's like, tells Okan to sit down beside her, but then Momo's like, you know what, Okan, you stay here, I'm just going to go and check out the hot springs, you know. And Okan's like, what will we do if a spirit shows up? And she's like, oh, don't worry, they won't come before nighttime. I'll be back before then. So yeah, she leaves. Obviously, we also later get to know, like, there was another reason why she. Obviously, she definitely wanted to check out the hot springs. That was definitely one of the big reasons. There's another reason why she left is because, as she said, like, I want to give Okarun an opportunity to, talk with someone of the same age who shares the same interest with him. Because, Momo knows that if she stays here, obviously, Gigi being friends with Momo, childhood friends with Momo, he's going to talk with Momo throughout the whole, you know, part, and Okarun will just be there, like, just there, like, without anything, and like he'll just be there still. So that doesn't happen. Momo decided to go, so that now both Gigi and Okarun can have an opportunity to talk with each other, and they can know each other. And like later on when they come back, she comes back again, they'll be better friends, so that when they're talking together, Okan will have a better opportunity to converse with him, because like it makes sense, like like certain situations where you have like a group of three friends, maybe, or maybe four friends, where like a few of them are really good friends, and then you are also good friends with one of them, but the others are like their friends, so they're like your mutual friend. So when this group is together, the ones who are close knit friends, they always converse. And even though you're also one of their friends, you don't have the opportunity to say anything. You're just like the odd man out over there. So to prevent that from happening here, Momo left. So that here we now have two people who really don't have anything, don't know anything about each other. Both friends are Momo, and Momo has left now. So now they're alone. So now they will have to converse with each other, and maybe they'll become a little bit closer and a better friend. So that when Momo comes back again, three of them can have a conversation together instead of one just being the odd one out. Instead of Okan just being the odd one out, everyone can converse properly as friends. Which is quite nice, I guess. You could say, because yeah, and like otherwise, it would be just, as you can see, Okan was like not really like liking it at all, because Momo and Gigi were just talking. Well, as like I said, he was like the odd person out here. Okay. Anyways, after that, Gigi and Okarun starts playing football, and this is where Gigi's like, "Oh, you like Momo, don't you?" And yeah, yeah, and Okarun just stops, and then you can see that Okarun's like, as always, Okarun's like, "Oh no, I respect him and her and everything." And then Gigi's like, okay, if she's someone you like and respect, I really love Momo's face and personality. And then Okam's like, oh, and that as well. And he's like, wait a minute, you just said that you respect her. And he's like, yeah, that as well. And then he like starts talking about like, oh no, then I like her hair as well. And Okam's like, oh no, then I like her mouth. And then he's like, oh no, but then you said this, then that is going to negate that. And he just, they're just going round about the whole thing, like, yeah. And then he brings up the whole like, oh, childhood friend, we are childhood friends. And then Karun thinks about that scene where they bumped their lips, and he cannot really say that, so he like just keeps quiet, and he says like, oh, I win. Anyways, all that is going on over there, and then we have Momo's situation. Like I said, this situation was just so weird. Suddenly these few guys just come in, and they're like, oh, you came in the co-ed like hot spring. Obviously Momo didn't see that because it was rusted and filled with like grass and everything, like the yeah. Okay, and while this is going on over there, Okarun realizes that the house is weird. There's like an empty space, like not an empty space, but like a section which wasn't there before. So yeah, there wasn't a room right next to the fire there. So they go in, and tries investigating what's going on over there. Now again we have Momo's situation. We're back to Momo's situation again, where Momo's like, I need to get out of here, but like I'm feeling lightheaded. Obviously, she's been here for quite a long while. It's hot here, so she's not feeling okay. Okay, and then we're back to Gigi's section again, where Gigi brings out a sledgehammer to break the parts to see what's going on the other side. Okay, then these guys, they talk about Gator. And they're like, almost like, what Gator? You mean the lizard gators? Like, looks like a lizard? And they're like, no, that's not it. They're guys who often show up in Kuwait bus and target naked. Is this a real thing? Like, what? They're called Gators? Oh my god. Like, okay. Right. And you can see they like start moving towards them like a gator, and that's why I'm saying like these guys are someone related to gators, I guess. Especially you can see, like I said, the skin and everything are like kind of wrinkly and everything, like a like the top part of the gator, like a reptilian. They look reptilian, basically. That's what it is. Either way, Momo's like, can I deal with my psychic power? So she tries to do it, but before she's able to do anything, this guy just grabs her and just pushes her. And she's like underwater now. She cannot breathe. Okay, and that's where that scene ends. And we have Gigi breaking the door. Sorry, not door, but the wall. And you can see behind the wall, there's like layers upon layers of talismans. I'm pretty sure those are talismans because there's stuff written on it. And there's like some kind of a tunnel on the other side or something, like a empty space. And that's where it ended. So there you go. That was today's episode. Like I said, I just don't know why they decided to end it here. Because again, like this whole section was so weird. And it's even weirder to think that someone decided that, you know what? Perfect time to end this. And yeah, just leave it in this type of a cliffhanger. Like, it's already unbearable and people hate it when cliffhangers like this happen and we'll have to wait for like 1 week. And this isn't even 1 week. We'll have to wait for months now. So I don't know. I feel like this is such a, like, I can understand. They did this to, I guess, like, so that to build suspense or whatever for the next part. But come on, like this, that feels so unnecessary in my opinion. Like the whole show was so good, so obviously people will watch the next part as well. There was no need to do this. Like why? I just cannot. Come on, man. I hate cliffhangers in the very first place. This isn't even a cliffhanger. This is way bigger than a cliffhanger. Usually in cliffhanger situations, we have to wait for 1 week and then we get a conclusion to the cliffhanger. We cannot do that this time. We'll have to wait for months. So this is like the final boss of a cliffhanger. This isn't even a cliffhanger. This is like a cliffhanger plus ultra or whatever. Like, come on. Nah, man. They could have ended it a little bit earlier, or maybe like at least resolve the whole situation with Momo and then end it. Why end it like that? Okay, I just don't like that. But other than that, everything else was fantastic. Dandadan has been such a great show from the very beginning, and it is very unique, and it is just something different, something like really nice. And like I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's been a while I've seen a show which is able to bring out the chemistry between the two main characters so well. Like this type of chemistry is very rare in animes usually. Like and like there are like good romance shows and everything, but even in good romance shows and everything, like I feel like they lack the certain chemistry because it's the same damn thing, like over and over again. Like you might like a show, but I feel like as a whole, obviously I like this, but the one thing that makes it shine is obviously the chemistry between the two main characters. like it's very rare to see shows like this. Like there has been a few shows like this where I like just specifically like the main two characters and I like them interacting with each other. One is this show definitely, and a few others has been there, but it's rare. It's rare to have these shows like this where you like the two characters interacting with each other. You like that very much. Whenever they like talk to each other or interact with each other or do things together, you really like that. This is that type of show. So I really like love this type of chemistry. A show which has chemistry like this between the main characters, and this was able to do it perfectly. And this is barely the beginning. If in the very beginning we have characters with this type of chemistry, I'm sure this is going to uh, get better and better, and nurture into something special in the future. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. So that is it. That was my reaction to today's episode number 12 of Dandadan. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Not next week, I guess. Right, I'll see you guys in the next video that replaces this show for January 2025. And obviously when this resumes again with this second part, I'll see you guys then as well. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.